Hey guys, Gary Grate here, Charles Gracie Academy, Reno. Welcome back. Sorry I've been gone a while. I was in Brazil for a couple weeks. Happy Christmas, Merry New Year, all that good stuff. Josh Farlow joining me this week. Going over some cross-side stuff. For the most part, you have a couple escapes you're going to use from cross-side. The one typically you're going to use, someone's cross-side on you, is obviously shrimping, a guy back to guard, etc., etc. You got coming out. Turn it on these, okay? Another one you have a lot of people don't use so much when both his hands are on that side, it's hard to put back to guard, is I'm in a frame, walking, and I'm totally turning over. This works really good when he's underneath and he's got this pant leg trapped on that side, so I can't turn on knees because I can't switch, I can't get him back to guard. I'll go this way, keep it, I'll go this way, and I'm not going up, but I'm coming out that way. It's a big spin, like a big fan. It's like opening up a Chinese fan when you flare it out. That's where I'm going. That works really well when the guy's got that far side and you really feel anchored down and you can't move. Again, Jiu-Jitsu, find that place where you can, okay? The one I really like to use is, from cross-side, is probably the most difficult spot to use it when the guy's anchored down. But again, sometimes I put this hand right here, get the second hand in here, just like you're praying right here in his head. I'm not pushing, I don't want to get arm barred, arm locked, Kimura. Also, if I push, he might just hop right up to knee on stomach, you know, etc. mount. So I don't want to, I'm just right here, I'm just trying to get up here, trying to apply pressure. So when he drives back, I just have a cushion here. And I'm trying to get my feet out just a little bit. I'm trying to get this shoulder to clear. Once it clears, I'm going to start to turn my back to him. But as this hip gets to the ground, as this hip clears the ground, I'm kipping up. I'm curling, just like peeing on a fire hydrant, so to speak. I'm here. I'm going to base off this foot and this shoulder, and curl my head so that this shoulder is going towards the mat where my head is. I'm curling my head like here. I need to get my tailbone straight in the air. And I'm going to come back, and your tailbone's like your reticle. I want to drop it to his center mass. So he's cross-side here. I'm here. I get out. I just try to turn, and I get my butt up. And your hips are really strong. You can just drop right in the hole. If you get trapped like this a little bit, you can usually walk your shoulders back, okay? The other position you can get, if you get to here and you stall out a little bit and he's got you clamped down and you can't turn back in, is I'm just going to switch everything. These two, arm and leg that's in the air, the other two are on the ground. I'm going to switch, and then engage. I'm not going to fall back and let him pass my guard and such, okay? But as you come here, boom, I'm going to switch. I'm here. I'm going to slide underneath him. So when I slide in, I'm engaging underneath. And I got him where his posture's broken down and he's here. So it should look more like this. When I come here, then I come here. I come back underneath, okay? So when this, it's difficult to do from cross-side because he's already has my hips under control. It's hard for me to get these out and get them up. Okay, so look over here. So couple things I don't want to do. When I turn to my side, I gotta make sure I curl. I also have to make sure this elbow's plugging this hole when I come up. I don't want to have this big hole here and he just slides in and takes your back, or rolls and takes your back. So when you turn, you look over here, keep this elbow here. The other thing I don't want to do is this. He's just gonna rip my arm off and feed it to me. So when you guys turn, you're coming boom, keep this hole plugged here, and then launch your hips back into it. Okay? When this works best, and you'll drive somebody crazy, is when he's trying to pass your guard. So just stand up, just for drill. So say he leg drags across, and he comes here, and everybody's here trying to get him back to guard, or you can't feel like you can't turn on knees. You can't hesitate on this. It's got to be part of your game that's already there. So he leg drags past, boom, up, right here. He leg drags past the other way, boom, get your hips up, and just back into that hole. He gets under leg and just like a stack here. Before he gets here and gets my hips under control, okay? So it's the same thing you learn when he lifts. I counter by doing this. Well, if he gets kind of past as he's going, get those hips up. Once this is here, it's really hard. He can start driving, whatever he wants to do. It's easy for me to drop back in this hole. Okay? Even on like a cut pass, if he cuts through here, of course you're going to be in here framing off, trying to defend, sweep, etc. But if he gets past and gets to here, I can still try to shrimp. But one thing, as he starts coming in, you can also come back here this direction too. And you'll do little micro movements of it all the time when you're moving. And all your jiu-jitsu is here. But what I'm doing is here and here. And dropping here. And you can drill it. Just find, a line on a mat. Put it right across the top of your chest. Pretend that's your opponent right there. Lock. And drop that line right between your legs. When you guys come over, again, curl your head, tailbone up high. Block this hole, keep your arm down, and when you go, come here. It doesn't do any good to come here. And you just start using like your kinesthetic awareness and your mat time to know where he's at. So when I kip up, you know, if he's over there, I can come right here. If the guy gets around behind me, I can come over here. So you continue to do that little motion. So it's something you have to practice, you have to do. If you don't drill this live, we'll sit there and just do nothing but the guy trying to pass and the bottom guy just doing this for guard retention the whole entire time. Just get used to keeping those hips up, keeping those hips. You don't have to be that flexible to do it. You get really strong. What'll happen sometimes also is, again, you'll get here. Once you get up, I can, again, if I get too stacked here, I can switch. I plant here, get this leg up. Even if you don't get this leg up, get this arm here. He starts coming around, it's easy for me to move when he tries to pass. So I can switch back to guard. I can also, if he's got me stacked, walk your shoulders out and push back in. So you'll use it a lot in a lot of different places. Anyway, play with it a lot. Get used to it, drill it, drill it, drill it. BJJReno.com, thanks.